recipes to live a more colorful life. And this is a mini live reading session. This one is actually paid, and I do have a couple more spots left. So if you're interested in receiving a reading, all you have to do is just type below, and my assistant is here to help you guys sign up or to help you with the process. And I wanted to say thank you to those of you guys who are supporting me through this session. I really appreciate it. I went live for free yesterday, and some of you guys reached out afterwards saying that you really missed my little mini live reading sessions where you're able to pay and get your question answered. Some of you guys were saying because of the energies lately that you really want to purchase a reading, but you need a discount or something. So I will definitely come through with this session for you guys. I'm not able to do them all the time, but I will be going live for free again next weekend. So make sure that you hit the notification bell. If you are one of the first people who pops into my live free sessions, you tend to have a better chance to get your question answered. So I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. I do still have spots open. My assistant is here to answer any questions. So all you have to do is just type below and my assistant will help you out. Oh, hi, Abby. I'm doing really, really great today. The weather where I am right now is a lot nicer and a little bit less hot and humid than it was the last couple days. So it's actually really nice. I'm able to wear my hair down, and I'm happy about that. And I'm just so excited to get started. So I see your question, gold frequency. My assistant is going to type below and let you know how to purchase a reading. And there aren't too many people in line right now, so if you purchase right now, you'll have your question answered shortly. So I'm actually going to get right to it. I'm going to answer the first question, and this is for Chels. And Chelsea's question has to do with her job right now. You know, Chels, you want to know, what does the energy look like with you quitting your job? Because it's turning into something that you don't feel like is just really working for you or for the place that you're working for anymore. So I'm sorry to hear that. And I know how tough that can be. There's definitely such a strong energy right now with people really being called to figure out their finances, figure out their career, kind of level up. John, what is that planet conjunction that's going on right now? Isn't it between Saturn and... It's a square between Jupiter. Okay, so there's a square right now between Saturn and Uranus, and that is kind of what's really pulling people to kind of figure out that area of their life. It's very, very interesting. I was looking into the astrology with my husband John last night, and we were just shook. You guys, if you're feeling intense energies right now, just know we are in the middle of a cosmic clusterfuck. We've got all these planets in retrograde. We're in the middle of 2 eclipses. This energy is going to affect us positively in the long term, but right now it doesn't feel like it so much. So, Charles, I'm not surprised that you're feeling a little bit of a squeeze in this area of your life. Just stay with it. Definitely trust your intuition, and let's see what's going to come through for you in the cards today. Okay, just pulling a couple more cards for you, Charles. Yeah, it does look like it might be time for you to detach from this job. The one thing I'm seeing for you is that you're really desiring more of like a creative opportunity in your life. That the jobs that you have, they haven't been giving you as much freedom in this area. I do feel like you're still in the middle of kind of building some skills that will ultimately turn into almost like a new line of work for you, or maybe a shift in the area that you're already in. But this particular job, this particular company, it just seems like there's no room to grow here, and it's like so draining, and so you might not be really getting paid as much, like you're not being compensated fairly. So it's like outside of work, you're so tired, you're so exhausted that you're not able to move forward with your goals and with some of your plans. You just feel like you're living for this job, like this job is taking over your whole life. I do kind of sense like the people who are higher up, or your boss, your managers, maybe even some of your coworkers, there seems to be a huge lack of boundaries there. Like they are expecting way too much for you. I feel like there's some of the people higher up at the job, this job is their life, and they're expecting that everybody else will be just as invested in it. And you're seeing this job more as a stepping stone. And you're like, I can't give my whole life to this job. Like I can't give that much. And it's like they're just expecting more out of you. And I also feel like you would like to have a promotion, you'd like to have more responsibility, but you don't want everything that comes with it. So you're just like, I can't move up at this job. People don't have boundaries. Too much is being expected of me. I'm not getting paid enough. Like this job is more like a lifestyle. I don't want to live this life. I'm done. So yeah, your guides are telling you to detach. You need to detach in a responsible way. So this is saying like, I'm not sure what your situation is. Like if you're living with family or you have money saved, like obviously you can just quit whenever you want and maybe take some time to relax and heal. You're going to be protected and then you'll be able to manifest another situation. But if it's one of those situations where you paying rent, maybe you don't have as much savings, you need some kind of job, I would be responsible to line up another job before you quit this one. And it does seem like it could take a little bit of time to look for some new jobs. I would not suggest to look for a new job right now until Mercury is out of retrograde, okay? You can spend this time during Mercury retrograde brushing up your resume and kind of restructuring or refocusing that, moving some things around, editing, that type of energy like is great during this time. But I would wait a couple of weeks, wait until this eclipse season has passed. On the other side, there'll probably be an opportunity for you. So yeah, it seems like you need to take a break. I would suggest to start getting your ducks in a row. Save up a little bit so that when you quit this job and before you start your next one, you can have a little bit of time off just to clear your energy before you jump right into the next opportunity. Your guides are telling you that you're ready to be a leader. You might want to look for a new job that feels almost like it's a little bit out of your league, or maybe apply to some type of leadership that use your confidence. You're a friend, you're going to have actually a lot of opportunities. You might have a couple jobs that all want you and you'll be the one who chooses which one it is you want. You're going to have a choice. So it might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm having trouble finding any jobs or getting callbacks for interviews. It might feel like that at first, but all of a sudden when it rains, it pours. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. Your guides are telling you you're going to have to be productive. Looking for a job, especially right now during these world events, is not small potatoes. You're going to have to treat that like a full-time job. So for a while there, you're going to be dealing with the stress of this job, knowing that you're leaving it, and then also looking for another job. And sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. So you're going to have to kind of push through that energy. It's almost like this birthing process, but I do see you coming out on the other side with a new job. Now, this new job might not solve everything. Sometimes we feel like, oh, if I just get a new job, everything will be fine. But it turns out like maybe we need a new path. Maybe we need a new plan for our life. Maybe we need like a new career path. So just know, sometimes we end up changing the scenery, but not the situation. So I do kind of sense the next job will be a little bit better. Maybe the pay is better. You end up in some type of leadership position. You get a little bit more responsibility. The work-life balance is better. But it seems like this is a band-aid on an issue where you need to get into alignment with what it is you want to give to this world as your career and start walking more in tune with that. That will take time. Use these jobs as like a stepping stone to create that for yourself. August. I think there's a big opportunity coming your way for a new job, potentially in August. So you're going to have to hang in there for just a little while longer with this job. Like I said, if you have family supporting you or lots of savings, then you're able to just quit whenever you want. You'll be fine. But if it's a financial thing or you've got to keep the lights on and the roof over your head, then you might just have to, I wouldn't just impulsively quit and that you're going to get a new job right away, because finding a job and being hired that can definitely take some time. Yeah, this is something about June. There might be an opportunity for you to quit this month if you need to. It kind of feels like this is coming to an end. It does feel like that full circle type of energy. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through for you about your future when it comes to your work, your career. Create. Creativity. That's the first message I got for you, was that you're meant to take more of a creative approach to your career. Build. Maybe you're going to build something. Maybe you're going to build a business. Perhaps you're going to go on more of an entrepreneurial path, but I feel like you're going to do that alongside getting another new job. Yeah, private. This is almost like you desire having more privacy with your career. Like, you might not be the kind of person that wants to go into some business or corporation and work around so many people every day. It does seem like you're more sensitive, you're an artist, you're creative, and you might want to ask yourself, how can I build a career and a lifestyle that really fits me, so I don't feel like I have to be the one that fits others, and I have to fit into what everybody else is doing. Like, because it almost feels like in order for you to go into this job and some of these other jobs, you've had to wear a mask. Like, you can't be your true self. You just have to put on this happy face. I don't know if you've been doing customer service for your job or as part of your job, but it's like your energy's being so drained by that. And you're kind and you're helpful, but it's like, Chelsea, you said that's what I want to do. You need to find a day job that's going to support you to do that. The day job could be totally unrelated, but it just makes you really good money and you have like good vacation and time off work. It's not as stressful. You can have good work-life balance. I have a feeling no matter what job you're going to get, probably once you're in, really just seems like you're asking way too much. Seems like they have really unrealistic expectations. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know why it makes me want to laugh. I'm just like, what are these people expecting? I just kind of feel like you're getting this energy like it's never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be good enough for these people. And I feel like that's the game they play at this workplace. And that's how they kind of keep people in fear. You like they want you so productive. They're like not treating you like a human. Yeah, self-care. You just feel like you can't even care for yourself right now. Yeah, they hired you to work from home and now they want you to come in. Ooh. Yeah, and I even feel like while you were at home, it was still hard to have a like a work-life balance. Like, text, I don't know if you're getting texts or emails at like weird times of the day, or they're not giving you enough notice on meetings. They're expecting you to just kind of drop everything. Like, yeah. Um, They're saying yes. Your answer is yes. Quit the job. So I hope that this resonates with you, dear. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. All right. So we're going to move into who the next person is. Who's next, John? What's their question? Okay, question?
Taking this math college class and I'm struggling. To the point I got anxious every Sunday. Last week my panic attack got triggered in class. I don't know what to tell. So, the thing is, I still really want to persist and hold on till the end.
Yeah.
Should I hold on or let go?
Okay.
And withdraw the class.
Okay. Ooh, cute. What did she want me to call her?
QQ.
Okay, this is for QQ Low. Hi, my dear. It's so great to hear from you again. So you've been taking this math class, and it's just giving you a lot of anxiety. It's just like really intense, and it's been giving, yeah, really bad anxiety. And like the last time you were in class, you had a really bad panic attack, and like you're like, luckily no one could tell, but like you're just kind of freaking out. Like, this is getting really intense. So you're wondering, should you hang on to this class or let it go? And there's a part of you that really, really wants to hang on because you're like, I don't want to give up. I want to see this through to the end. So let's just see. Like, one thing that comes to my mind is just like maybe something could be changed with your study habits a little bit. And it's possible these energies are just getting really, really intense. I don't want to blame everything on Mercury retrograde and all the eclipses and stuff, but like seriously, the energy's been super intense lately. part of me wonders if some of that is just affecting you. You know, sometimes it can be so hard to use the logical part of your brain when there's all these like energy downloads happening and like it's such an emotional time. So let's just pull some cards and see if there's a way you can push through or if maybe it's time to let go and you can just take the class later. Okay. So, okay. Mm. Okay, so personally, I would just say, like, get the hell out of there, but I'm not sure if that's the guidance that you're getting. So first of all, your angels, your guides, great spirit or self sees you. This is the Eight of Swords. This is totally how you're feeling. I mean, look at this. This is the card that's representing anxiety. And look, there's like this fear that's just like going into her head. It's like your brain is being fried by all of these equations and like they're just moving way too fast. The professor like is just doesn't give a shit and it's just really scary. I feel like this professor is honestly super specifically triggering to you. I'm actually seeing there's a trigger coming from childhood. There's something that wants to be cleared and like I'm always like talking about oh childhood. A lot of stuff comes from childhood, but really ask yourself, was there ever a teacher who reminds you of the professor that you have? Was there ever like an incident with a teacher who was harsh with you or who discriminated against you or who was pushing you too hard or something like that? Because this could be a trigger, like that feeling of being left behind, not being able to catch up, feeling maybe stupid, feeling like overwhelmed. Like there's definitely some kind of trigger there. It's like causing you to shut down. Your mind is definitely capable of taking on this information. And I was going to say, even if you fail the class this time around, like it will be helpful for you just to just sit and listen and watch and go to these classes because you're going to probably have to take it again. So my advice would be, even if you quote unquote drop out of the class or something, you can even just tell the professor, like, I freaking give up, but I'm going to come to every class because I want to take this class again or something like that. You know, just try. It's okay if you fail. You might not be the only student in that class that's doing bad. I also wonder if you really are doing that bad. Are you just not getting straight A's and that's what's frustrating you, or are you seriously getting F's on everything? Because it's okay to not be perfect at everything. I think a lot of people get in college and they're so used to being that straight A student in high school that when they actually start getting the B's and this freak out. It's just you're just being challenged, you know? So ask yourself, is this a perfectionism thing? Is there a trigger from childhood here that maybe I need to work through? Yeah, you're being told that you're the Princess of Pentacles. You're a lot better at communications, at language, at English, at writing, at expressing yourself, maybe even science, but the math is something you were able to pull off when you were younger, but like these are very complex subjects. It might just not be your forte, and that's okay. You don't have to be the best at it. You're being told like there's so many other areas you're good at. It might just be really hard to be continuously faced with something you're not so good at. And that's a continue to tell yourself like it's okay. Don't freak out about your GPA. If later on if you decide to go to graduate school or like another you know something else that you need a higher GPA for, you can always go back, take the class again later, and get the grade up higher. There's always things you can do. If you have some type of requirement you need to meet and it comes down one class or this one situation not helping to cut, there's things you can do if you're willing to work for it. Out about that, I would just say stay with it, do what you can. This is the Ace of Wands. This is why I feel like you should stay with it. This is like take action, go for it, be direct, push through. One thing I would say that really helped me, not what the cards are saying, but give you. I've always been really, really bad with math. And when I went to college, what ended up helping me was getting up really early and first thing in the morning doing my math homework then. And instead of just cramming and just like twice or three times a week doing hours of math homework, I did 20 or 30 minutes every single day, even Saturdays and Sundays. I would get up early. I would, even before I ate, I would just open my eyes and I would do my math homework. I would start my day off like with the equations and I would set a timer for like 20 or 30 minutes. And then I would do that. I would just keep doing it in the mornings. And also the time that your class is. If your class is like 11 a.m., then even on your days where you're not in around that time, do a couple of problems. That way, if you ever have a test at that time or something like that, then your mind is sharp, it's in the habit, it's ready to answer those questions and do that. So try that approach a little bit every single day. Do not just make it a part of your daily life. Like your brain works a lot better like that than trying to cram twice or three times a week. I get a sense that you're kind of avoiding the homework. I mean, you're doing it, but it's just like you try to put it all at once instead of like bringing it out. Just become best friends with it and breathe it a little bit every day. Just slow and steady wins the race. You might need to change your study habits up a little bit with math. And I see this energy going really well for you. Let's pull some more cards. Yeah, spark. It's like you need... Hey guys, sorry, my phone overheated. But by the way, it's really pretty outside today. Yeah, I think it's because I was trying to charge it while I was also recording this, and it just got really hot. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm using my other phone now. Always have a backup. I knew Mercury was gonna play with me a little bit